I'm having everybody start by saying who you are, where you are located right now, and a little something about how we know each other.
Okay, my name's Stephen Weinheimer. I'm located in New York City, more specifically Lefferts Gardens in Brooklyn. I'm cat sitting for the foreseeable future. And we know each other through James Maple, right?
That's been a common theme through all of
Yeah.
these.
Well, yeah, because he's like, even though he's not social in real life, he likes being social on the internet. So I guess he knows a lot of people.
He's a pretty good connector, that guy.
Yeah. I saw him earlier. He looked like shit, but it's like.
He looked like he always looks.
Yeah, fucking serial killer. But yeah, we met through him. Did we meet? We met at Newport, right? I imagine that's where it was, right?
I think so. Out of everybody I've talked to last week and this week, you're probably the person I know the least, but we always seem to end up in the same place at Newport every year for at least a couple minutes.
In a booth and not listening to the bands on stage is usually what I'm doing. But yeah.
I'm an intent listener when I'm going to see somebody play. I'm like always right up front, like in their grill.
Yeah, I think I've seriously seen in 8 years of going to Newport, I think I've seen 4 full sets ever. Yeah. And
I'm one of those folks that gets there at like 8 a.m. even though the gates don't open until 10 because I'm just there as a guest. And so I want to be up front. So I get there hours and hours early. And
yeah, I'm the one who shows up at like noon 30 just so I can get Fort Lonesome to give me a stitch jacket that I then give to my brother. And then I eat a lot of oysters and don't listen to the bands until the one band I want to see that day. But
Steve Benoit says naked.
Giles, Giles who does the tintypes, he hasn't come in the last 2 years. We were doing a naked tintype for every year that he was there.
Yeah.
And then this past year we were on a boat and Nina took some nice nude photos of me.
Oh yeah, I definitely saw your naked ass.
Yep, it's my best feature. It's Irish in the front, Italian in the back. That's what I always. Yeah.
And Nina's husband Todd says today's theme is inspiring women and brutally honest dudes. That may be true.
No, I'll take it. Yeah, you got Cam, very inspiring. Nina, very inspiring, and me, Todd, and Maple. We're all little sad sacks, but yeah.
Well, the times call for it. I think it's been a real weird time to get used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about what you're doing to pass. I'm doing this a little bit out of order, but to pass the time while you're cat sitting in Brooklyn.
Well, my friend Jordan, who's still here, she was alone, so I said she could stay here, but then she invited 4 other people. So we had a total of 6 people in this house for the last 5 days. But then drama ensued, so now they all left, and Jordan is here, but she'll be leaving soon as well. We were calling it MTV's Real World Corona, and we actually got that Instagram. It wasn't taken already, but then we forgot to post anything because we were fighting too much. So, but everyone's gone. So that's what I was doing to pass the time. Now I've just been eating a lot of bread and rice and beans, and watching movies.
You said you've been cooking a lot, right?
Yeah. I famously always tell people I went to culinary school because I did, but I don't really cook too often. But I'm learning how to bake bread, and I've been eating a lot of rice and beans.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I knew this chat would be fun in this particular chat, that the running commentary would be good.
Oh, I have nothing else but running commentary. Yeah, all these people are gonna start. Oh yeah, she ain't leaving, Wiener. Oh, so my friend Fletcher, whose girlfriend is here, is saying that Jordan is not leaving, but yeah, she is. She's gonna leave.
And whose cat is in the mix of all this?
So this is Cuckoo. Wow, maybe she'll come by. She wasn't really coming out a lot because there was 6 people here that were being loud. But now Cuckoo's back out now that it's quieted down a bit. So did you ever meet Ken in my band, the bass player in Spirit Family Reunion? Ken's like
Maybe.
Ken's like the really sexy one, and he's like really like suave, even though he's like a ding dong. His sister Crescentia left town, so I've been watching Crescentia's cat. So Cuckoo is Crescentia's cat.
Cool, cool. I've been saying today that nobody is happier about all of this being stuck at home shit than my cats. They are thrilled.
Yeah, Cuckoo really likes it.
Back here.
Yeah.
She is.
Sorry, oh wait, where? Oh, I see. Yeah. What's the cat's name?
That's Gonzo.
Gonzo. That's cute. Yeah. But yeah, cat's happy. I'm happy that less people are in the house. And yeah, and I'm getting fat. Everyone's gonna break up with their partner, conceive a baby, and gain 15 pounds, I think, during this corona.
Yeah, that's the legacy of all this, I think. I'm here by myself, so I'm just going to gain the 15 pounds or whatever.
Yeah.
Totally fine with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, once Jordan's gone, I'll gain probably a couple more pounds. But we were trying to do exercises every day, but that gave up. We stopped doing that pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, that would be hard with that many people in the house, too.
Yeah. Well, luckily it is a big. Wait, let me see. Oh, there's Jordan. That's Jordan. But there is lots of. Wait, I'm not good with the internet. 1 second. There's like a lot of room for a New York City house. It is quite spacious. Well, that's a lot of recycling. We were drinking a lot of beer before everyone left. But anyway, we don't need to go over that. But yeah, a lot of room for exercise, but very little exercise being done.
So much room for activities.
Yeah. But by the end of the night, we all just went to our separate rooms because we, we're sick of each other.
Right. So amid all this fighting, have you gotten to listen to much music to pass the time?
I have listened to a decent amount of music, mostly via people streaming stuff. Do you call it streaming on Instagram? I don't know what. Sure. It kind of if it's live. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not. I've seen Christopher Paul Stelling.
Oh yeah.
Newport folk alum. My friend Joanna Sternberg. My buddy Christian Lee Hudson. Cam, who you just had on, was just doing like a Lauryn Hill song. I heard her do that.
I saw her do the 311 version of that Cure song, I Will Always Love You.
I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah, like a karaoke version. It was really fun. She's just in there by herself doing karaoke.
Cam does not need 8 dudes playing behind her for her to entertain lots of people. She can do it all. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying. Wait, no, I made a list. So let me see who else I wrote it down because my memory's bad. Who else I've watched since? Who the heck? Butterboy, this amazing comedy show that goes on Mondays in New York. They have been since streaming. Each person has the stand up and the host are on screen at the exact same time, and they're doing like their stand up bits. So that's pretty cool.
And what's that called?
Butterboy. It's on
Butterboy.
Monday. Yeah, I think it costs money. So if people are down to drop a couple bucks, I'd say it's well worth it. The 3 hosts, Joe, Aparna, and Maeve, are fucking amazing. So there's the cat.
Yeah, it's a different cat.
Oh, how many cats is that?
I have 2.
2? Okay, that's right under the limit of having too many cats, so that's good.
I have a 2-cat limit. My house is too small for any more than that.
Yeah, when you're in York?
Yeah, York, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Home of York peppermint patties.
Used to be, yeah. They used to be made here.
And I don't know. Dorney Park is in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
I worked there. I went to college close to there and worked there as a lifeguard in the summertime.
That's pretty. I bet you have some good stories.
Oh man.
Up behind the churro hut or something like that.
All my stories are about how stupid people are. That was my first experience working that directly with the public, and people would come there and all day you were jumping in, pulling people out of the water because they were starting to drown, and you would pull them out and be like, what happened? Did you hit your head? What, did you slip? And they'd be like, no, I can't swim. I'd be like, well, it's a 10-foot pool. Why'd you jump into it if you can't swim?
Well, That's nice of you to save the idiots' lives. You know.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That was my job for the summer during college.
Yeah. What good bands are out of York, Pennsylvania? I feel like I remember playing shows with bands from York.
Well, so we're most famous for the band Live.
Oh, can you hear the dolphins cry of the leader of your leader? Yeah. That band's good.
That's the band. Yeah.
I suggest, and all 8 people watching, you go after this episode's over to go to YouTube, because almost all of Woodstock '99 is on there for free, and you can see live set, and I sang it a little better than that guy sings that song. Just But,
so that's who's from York.
I think actually we spent the night, the band. I don't know if I was and still am technically in a band called Spirit Family Reunion. We don't really play much anymore, but we stayed with the woman who put us up in York, Pennsylvania, and we all kind of wanted to go to sleep. And she just kept bringing up Live, like, oh, Live, and we were all like, oh, okay, yeah, and just kind of kept bringing it up, not really thanks for putting us up, but we don't need to talk about Live anymore. But I remember just staying up late.
Or ever.
It was very sweet, so I can't wait. Yeah, but that wasn't you, right? No, this woman was not endearing and stuff. I remember her. And anyway, no, I feel bad. Thank you for putting us up. Nameless woman who loves Live. Yeah.
I'd love to know who that is. It's not a real big town.
Yeah, anyway. Live. Yeah. Was there a band? Were they from? There was a band like 10 years ago called like the Great North or something like that. Were they from York, Pennsylvania? There were a bunch of kids of it under.
There's a band that used to be out of Philly called the Great Unknown.
No, not that one. I'm sure people love this. I'm asking you. I'm like, wait, was this band that I kind of remember their name? Were they?
Great North. I don't know that band.
Do you like Live though? Sorry, I insulted Live before asking if you like them. It's okay.
When I was a kid, I used to go see them. They actually weren't called Live the first time that I saw them. Their name used to be Public Affection.
I think that's a much better name than Live, personally. But
and then they got real famous real fast when they were really young. And it was kind of cool because they were from my hometown to go see them every once in a while, and they'd play an arena show or whatever. But I wouldn't have done that if they weren't from my town, I don't think.
I can definitely relate to that with certain bands over the years. But because he used to have the long rat tail. Out, but then he got rid of it once oh goodness.
So my friend Ron just said in the comments, the bass player is very nice. So this is how this goes around York, especially downtown York. The name Live comes up and everybody goes, and then somebody in the room will always say, yeah, but Pat Dahlheimer's a nice guy. So the bass player is nice.
Well, I'll tell you this. I am friends with lots of nice people, musicians. That does not mean that I always listen to their music, because sometimes I'm like, I like this person, and maybe I might think differently of them if I listen to their music, And not saying I think it's more important to be a good person than be a good musician. But it's nice when you're both, I mean,
yeah.
But no offense to the bass player of Live if he's streaming right now. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't get the impression that any of them are paying much attention to what I'm doing. So.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, sorry. We don't. So how many more minutes? This is our live chat. We're just talking about Live.
What else are you listening to? I think that's where we trailed off.
Okay, sorry, my bad. I can ramble for fucking ever. So music-wise, I got this really good compilation from Soul Jazz Records out of the UK. They have a lot of amazing stuff. It's called Congo Revolution, and it's a bunch of Congolese rumba, which is really fucking awesome. There's this group, the most famous group out of there during that time was called OK Jazz. They're fucking great. So if people do want to hear recommendations from me, OK Jazz is amazing. What I listen to more than anything is WFMU, the radio station out of Jersey City, New Jersey. And if people around the internet don't know WFMU, I'd say it's definitely hands down the best radio station in the world. It's amazing. It's all listener supported. It's not like a bunch of Terry Gross interviews. It's like great music, very eclectic. If you don't like one show, you'll probably like the next. That's like a source of like inspiration and entertainment. It's great. Yeah.
That's my favorite radio station is similar. It's a AAA listener-supported station out of Philly, WXPN, and
Oh, I
boy, the
remember.
way they carry the torch and teach us about new music or music we might not have heard otherwise.
Yeah.
They're so valuable.
Yeah, and I mean, right now people are broke, but they were doing a marathon, pledge marathon right before all this shit went down. When people get money again, if you'd like to donate to WFMU or XPN, you should do that. Yeah.
I agree. My friend Pat, it looks like, just showed up in the chat here. He DJs for a small station out of Denver that I don't remember their call letters, but maybe he can tell us in the chat.
Yeah, tell us, Pat.
He's a really fun person to go record shopping with. He has a pretty massive 45s collection.
He knows of Waxtrax in Denver, an amazing record shop for 45s. I love them very much. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He says WFMU for life, so he appreciated that, and also KGNU is his station in Denver.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've never heard KGNU, but I'm writing it down right now. That's what I'm doing. KGNU. But yeah, if anyone's in Denver, I suggest Waxtrax. If you want 45s, you could probably spend, no joke, 5 days just going to the 45s. And I've never been lucky enough to be in Denver long enough to do that, but it's really.
I know that Pat knows about that place because he sends me care packages from time to time, and I have a Waxtrax sticker that he sent me in my kitchen.
Nice. I got a bunch of really good-looking Norteño and a bunch of Tex-Mex stuff from there because no one else seemed to want to buy it, so I bought a whole stack. And yeah, it's amazing music there.
I guess Denver would be a great place to go to get your Tex-Mex stuff.
Yeah, seriously, very good. And your homie said it's been open 40 plus years, which is very impressive. So support Waxtrax because record shops, like so many other small businesses, aren't big corporations that have enough money to withstand staying open through all this crazy shit. Record shops, butcher shops, key makers, hair salons, all this shit. Yeah.
I agree. My friend Ron is on this chat too, and he used to own record stores in Vegas and Venice Beach. And Ron came to stay with me for the month of December and was DJing out of my record collection. And so I rediscovered so many records that I had kind of forgotten about because he was playing them.
And it's so easy when you have them at your house to just like, oh yeah, no, that's there. I don't actually, and then you're like, oh shit, you know what? I got some good taste in music if I actually go do this stuff.
He had a rule that whenever he came upon one that the plastic had never been opened, we would play that all the way through.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I also got to listen to some that I just kind of threw on the shelf and never went back to after I got them.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of those, sadly, over the years. What's also sad is because I'm cat sitting, I don't really have a lot of records here. There's a nice stereo setup, but it's just a couple of Cuckoo's Mom's records. But I have a couple African records I bought right before the quarantine, so that's what I've got. Actually, and if people go into my profile, what do you call it, profile on Instagram? I don't know what you call stuff. Yeah. There's a link to a mix I just made. You guys can check that out if you want.
Cool. We did touch a little bit on live streams. You said you've watched Cam a few times. Is there anything else you've watched that you particularly enjoyed? My favorite thing I've watched, and it's not music related, so I hope that doesn't. That's okay.
It's my friends Sam Gelband and Chris Acker in New Orleans have a live show they call Choose Yourself. It's a self-help show that they started in the Northwest, but now that they live in New Orleans, they do it there. But unfortunately, places are shutting down. So they did their first Choose Yourself live stream, and it was so motivational. It was beautiful. They were improvising songs. They're healing people, giving love out to people. And I think it's called Choose Yourself Productions on Instagram. It's fucking awesome. That is by far the best thing I've seen. No disrespect to anyone else I've seen their stuff. That thing will heal you. It's the truth. It's really good. Sorry, and what else? Wait, I don't know. And I've been, where else have I been looking at? I wrote it all down. I don't know. Ah, shit. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll just go with that because my handwriting's really bad. I write like a fifth grader. So, yeah.
I love it. I've been having everybody kind of wrap up with a plug on, you know, where we can find out more about you or the things you care about and how we can best support you, people like you, the things, I mean, you touched on record stores and public supported radio. What else should people be looking for and doing to support the things that you love?
Well, the things I love most in this world are my friends. And I'm very luckily in a position where I'm just staying at this cat sitting house, and I got like, I have $7 in the bank, but I have a paycheck coming soon enough, hopefully. But a huge percentage of my friends I've met while traveling are musicians and artists. So the best way to support them, and no disrespect to anybody out there, don't listen to music on Spotify. Go to their band camps. Go even email the person and buy the record off of them themselves. Spotify is changing the culture, and we got great recommendations, but what it doesn't do is support musicians financially.
Amen.
Yeah, so I think the way you can support me is by supporting my friends, and the way to be supporting my friends to not stream music on Spotify and Apple Music and all those other ones. I think that's the best thing to do. And then just support other people. If you can't support them financially, say like thank you to a crossing guard that has to stand outside of a school. Like do shit like that. That like makes people feel better. It's true. Yeah. And just don't be a fucking dumbass. Don't use a face mask if you're by yourself in a car. There's no one else in the fucking car. Yeah. Common sense. Okay, that's it. That's it for my supporting things.
I think that's all really, really good advice. Buy things directly from artists. Don't be a dick. Or was it don't be a dumbass? Either way.
Oh, don't be either.
Don't be either. And that Spotify is fine for music discovery. It does not support artists at all. It's not a way for them to bring in money. So, yeah, if you find something on Spotify that you wouldn't have found otherwise, go then to their Bandcamp page or to their website and buy a physical copy or buy a download if you only do digital, so that they are actually earning some money from it.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, listen to like, last thing. Another way to support one of my other favorite things is film. Go to small theaters, see smaller films. Don't just go out once a year to see a fucking comic book movie. That's not going to help art films survive if you only go to one fucking movie a year. Sorry to be preachy, but it's true. If we want good art, we need to support the art. Like Kelly Reichardt just made an amazing movie. Claire Denis just made a fucking amazing movie. And I'm sure now with video on demand, you could probably buy these movies immediately because they're not in theaters. Buy them. Don't fucking buy Infinity Wars. That's not helping small artists. Sorry, I'll stop.
No, I really agree with that too, because one of my other great loves is film, and so I really only go to the big commercial normal movie theater maybe once a year, and that's if someone else invites me to go. Generally, I go to one here in York called Small Star Art House Cinema, which is my friend's place. It's got 20 seats. It's tiny, but she gets all the movies I want to see. And then I also go up to Harrisburg, about a half an hour from me, to Midtown Cinema, which has 3 screens, a little bit bigger, really awesome concessions and similar movies. That's all I want to do is listen to music, and when I'm not at a show, seeing live music, go to art house cinemas. I couldn't agree more.
Fuck yeah. It's unfortunate that we're in a country where money does make a lot of a difference, but if your favorite musician isn't making any money, it's hard for them to make the next album. Favorite film directors, no one's going to see the movie. It's hard for them to make the next film. That's the best way we can support the arts, is to give it money. And if we can't give it money, at least show people love and show them that you admire it.
Yeah, it really matters, and it's going to matter even more when we come out of this time where we're all, everybody's income is sort of frozen and up in the air. Yeah,
but people are broke. So if you can't afford anything, at least tell people you appreciate them, because we're not all telepathic. We can't tell when people care about us. So we should verbalize it to people and maybe write them a letter or do whatever. It's really important.
Oh, that's another thing I love, is writing letters and sending mail. You're touching on all my favorite stuff.
Well, I have really bad handwriting, so I'm not the best letter writer, but I've done it once or twice. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I hope that in 123 days or however many are left, we get to see each other at Newport again this year.
I'll try not
Hopefully
to
this
cough.
will all be behind us.
Yeah, hope so. But if it's not, we should still all be there for each other. Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
But thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was very nice of you.
Of course, I'm glad to have gotten the opportunity to talk to you. Everybody else, I have a pretty full schedule already lined up for next Sunday. I'm going to do this every Sunday all day until we're allowed to leave our houses again. So keep an eye out for the next schedule of chats. And Stephen, stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.